Jets are going to win this game, he's going to have over 300 yards. And I don't know that you can overstate how important this drive is here right now for the New York Jets.
They've made the coaching change. They've made the offensive coordinator change. The Jets have been able to move the ball. They've failed inside the red zone. That's a problem. And they've missed 2 field goal tries, which loom obviously large now. But a chance to rescue this night. Down by 3, starting at their 30. Blitz, it gets picked up. And this ball is out. They're calling this a fumble right now as they let him play on. Bills have it, pending a review.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense.
Bernard had pressure, and we'll take a look.
Yeah, we'll take a look. His arm is moving forward for sure. But was he throwing it? And it does not look like he was. I agree with the call as a fumble.
After review correction, it was determined that it was a forward incomplete pass. It will be second down.
So Russell Yerk, walk us through this. The arm is definitely going forward. The ball came out.
Yes, Joe, the hand is coming forward with control, so it's a pass and not a fumble. Then the question about the direction of the ball, he was contacted by the defender after the passing motion started. So because his hand started forward initially, they're going to treat that as a forward pass even if the ball goes backwards. Well done by the officials.
So they end up changing the call with assistance from above. And instead of a fumble and Bill's ball, now another whistle to shut this down.
So the fact that his arm was going forward, it does not look to me like he's throwing the ball. It's going forward, but he's trying to hold the ball. And that's the argument that McDermott's making.
Yeah, that's exactly the argument that Sean McDermott is making right now. And he wants a clarification from Adrian Hill. And we'll welcome you inside the booth. This has been a crazy game. We've seen a little bit of everything, but here it is. The Jets are out there on offense. They made the head coaching change. They made the offensive coordinator change. The offenses look good tonight. And Aaron Rodgers has looked the best we've seen him, obviously, as a New York Jet. But here it is. You got 2nd and 10, a chance to go down and win it. I guess it's fitting that it's Jets offense.
No challenge on the play because there was a booth review. The ruling on the field was change of possession. The play was reversed as a replay reversal to an incomplete pass. Therefore, it cannot be challenged. Buffalo retains both of their challenges.
So Sean McDermott wanted a challenge and cannot.
Well, and the interesting thing about this right now is our former colleague, John Perry, is working now for the Buffalo Bills and is an officials analyst for them. And so he clearly was talking with McDermott to let him know this should be challenged. And so they handled it well as far as saying that it was already reviewed because of a change of possession, but clearly John Perry felt that had it not already been reviewed, it was worth having him review it again. But that's one that'll be talked about.
2nd and 10, Rodgers with protection. Underneath, it's Conklin. 3rd down coming up. There's John Perry in the back. Our former colleague here in the broadcast booth is our rules official, now handled by Russell Yerk. And it's 3rd down and 4. Here's another look. Russell?
Okay, I think what John was looking at is that this was probable, that he thought it was a possible tuck. Because if the ball goes completely vertical before the ball comes out, it would be a tuck instead of a pass. But it looked like the ball came out just before it got vertical.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It's the tuck rule, and I thought it was a fumble.
3rd down and 4, and Rodgers and Wilson not on the same page, but a flag for the coverage. Rousseau had pressure. Garrett Wilson downfield, and it's pass interference against Buffalo. This is the 3rd game this season where both teams have had 10 accepted penalties.
Pass interference, defense, number 47. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Well, you see Sean McDermott, he's questioning a little bit, and I don't disagree that this was a high ball. I mean, could it be called uncatchable? Possibly, but I don't think it was so high that that should come into play. You're going to see where the ball position is, and I agree with the no call, but McDermott is right over there, and he's thinking that they could have very easily have called it. But Aaron Rodgers, however this game ends, he's going to be awfully sore in the morning because he's continued to take a lot of hits.
Rodgers trying to set up a screen, flag again. We've had basically 200 yards worth of penalties. Now there's two separate fouls. There's one in the defensive backfield, and then there's one back at the 30.
Yeah, it's like a preseason game.
There were two fouls on the play, holding offense, number 78, holding defense, number 31. Those penalties offset, replay, first down.
So first down and 10 after the pass interference call with 2:47 left and 3 timeouts for the Jets.
Well, they definitely got the penalty on Rasul Douglas.
And the other was against Morgan Moses. Right there.
I guess they got to throw the flag, don't they? I mean, it's easy to get upset with the officials, but those were penalties.
Here's a toss. Breece Hall left side. And what a tackle made by Douglas.
Oh, you're not kidding, because Tyron Smith, I thought he was going to take Rasul Douglas, out of commission, to be honest with you. He's coming out and pulling, and Rasul Douglas somehow avoids Tyron Smith and is able to make the tackle. This is a big-time play. I mean, you can see what he's able to duck him and then still make the tackle. That's outstanding work.
One of the biggest tackles tonight is that by Taylor Rapp on Breece Hall earlier in this half. It saved a touchdown. Here is Hall. Full head of steam. Flag on the play. And for now, Hall's got a first down. And this looks like it's coming back.
Wow.
Holding offense, number 66. 10-yard penalty, remains second down.
Against Joe Tippmann, the center.
These fans don't want to see much more of Adrian Hill, the official. Every time Adrian Hill starts talking to tell us what the penalty is, the crowd is going, they're losing their mind.
204 penalty yards in this game. It's the most penalty yards in a game this season. And it's 2nd and 16 as a result instead of 1st and 10. Rodgers over the middle. Pass broken up. And there's Taylor Rapp again as he delivered the hit on Ruckert, the tight end, to break up the completion. Rapp, who missed last week's game with a concussion, wearing that Guardian cap, delivered the hit. He's made 2 big plays in this game that we've seen.
Yes, he has. Perfect read by Aaron Rodgers. They got the 2 deep safeties. He's going to split the middle, and Rapp has just been all over the field tonight. He's been the difference maker for the Buffalo Bills, no doubt.
3rd down and 16 now. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Rodgers buys time, airs it out. Mike Williams fell down, and it is picked by Tyron Johnson. Taron Johnson made the interception as Mike Williams fell down.
This is the 2-minute warning.
And we're at the 2-minute warning. Yeah, this game is not over. 1:52 remains. The interception by Taron Johnson, who got hurt his forearm week 1. He's been out the last 4 games, makes the pick. He is a terrific nickel corner. Made the play with Mike Williams falling, trying to get back to the ball. Handoff to Ray Davis. Timeout taken by the Jets after a gain of 5. Back to that play.
Well, you go back, and here's Mike Williams as he comes off the ball, and he's running down the field. Rodgers is trying to give him a shot. It's 3rd and long, and maybe he's able to just put his foot in the ground and come back, but he's traversing, trying to figure out where the ball is. Taron Johnson comes back, and he makes a heck of a play on this.
Along with our producer, Steve Ackles, our director, Derek Mobley, we welcome you back. 2nd down and 5. 2 timeouts left for the Jets. 2nd down and 5. They hand to Davis. He gets stood up. Him not playing last week, 2nd time in his career he's missed time with a concussion, so he's wearing that Guardian cap, which some players have worn in season. And a former draft pick of the Los Angeles Rams is now a Buffalo Bill. Mike Williams out of the tent. Jets trying to get the ball back. Bills need a 1st down. That was the first turnover of the game, by the way, the interception by Taron Johnson. Here's Allen. He's got it. 1st down, Buffalo. And the clock continues to run, and the Jets are down to 1 timeout.
Well, Michael Clemens right here, he pulls up as though he's going to play safe and contain, and yet he still gets caught looking down inside, and just a great job by Josh Allen. You know, you anticipate that with him as the quarterback and how well he runs the football. Keep the clock running if you're not able to pick it up. Pretty good job.
The play clock is down to 1, and the Bills will take a timeout. Jets have 1 timeout. Bills fans that are in attendance will celebrate. It's 1st down for Buffalo, under a minute to go. And the Bills will snap their 2-game losing streak, be on top in the AFC East. Aaron Rodgers shaking his head. You see what they did in the red zone. They also missed a field goal down there. They missed a 43-yarder on top of the one they missed from the red zone. The penalties all over the place for both teams. And this will be a night for the Jets as they take their final timeout with 56 seconds left, where they're going to walk into their locker room and think about all the missed chances, the mistakes. They move the ball. And Aaron Rodgers will finish the night with 296 yards passing. That's at 8 Eastern on ABC and ESPN. And exclusively on ESPN Plus, the Chargers take on the Cardinals at 9 Eastern.
2 teams playing really good football with the Baltimore Ravens and then, of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and what they did yesterday. But I don't know where the Jets go from here, quite honestly, Joe. They come in here in this game, all the changes that they occurred this week, and they came out, did a lot of good things, had a lot of mistakes, didn't capitalize on the opportunities like you said. Things only get tougher from here for them, and it's going to be a real gut test for them as to how they respond to this and how they come back next week.